Ethan was always an average guy, leading a quiet life in a small town. He had a stable job as a systems analyst, loyal friends, and a long-term relationship with his girlfriend, Mia. However, everything changed when, out of the blue, Mia decided she was no longer happy. The breakup was devastating, catching Ethan completely off guard. He felt as if his world had crumbled in an instant. In the days following the separation, Ethan found himself trapped in a cycle of sadness and loneliness. The nights were long and silent, filled with memories of happier moments that now seemed distant. He spent hours scrolling through old photos, reliving moments that had once been precious. What had gone wrong? He questioned himself constantly, trying to understand where he had failed. The pain of the breakup consumed him, leading him to question not only his relationship but also his life choices. Ethan began to avoid places he used to frequent with Mia. The cafe where they had coffee together, the park where they strolled, and even the movie theater where they watched films became torturous. He felt like a ghost, wandering through a life that no longer seemed like his own. This sense of loss prompted him to reflect deeply on himself. Over the following weeks, he realized that, over the years, he had settled into complacency. He had pushed aside his ambitions, trusting that the stability of a relationship would be enough to ensure his happiness. Now that he was alone, he didn't even know who he really was. One day, while walking through the park to clear his mind, Ethan spotted a group of people practicing yoga. Intrigued, he paused to watch. The tranquility and focus of the group fascinated him. Without thinking twice, he decided to join them. The experience was challenging but invigorating. With each breath, Ethan felt he was reconnecting with himself. Little did he know that this small decision would be the first step on his journey of transformation. After a few weeks of practicing yoga, Ethan felt lighter and more aware of his thoughts and emotions. He began to read self-help books and explore relationship dynamics, seeking to understand his beliefs better. He discovered that many of his thought patterns were rooted in past experiences and ideas he had never questioned. The realization that he needed to change his mindset became clear. However, the transformation was not easy. There were days when sadness still visited him, when memories of Mia would stab at his heart. One night, Ethan decided to write a letter to Mia. It wasn't a letter of desperation but a letter of gratitude. He thanked her for the good times they shared and acknowledged that, despite the pain, the separation had forced him to look within himself. As he finished the letter, he felt a weight lift off his shoulders. Writing helped him process his emotions and find a bit of peace. Over time, Ethan began to open himself up to new experiences. He made new friends in his yoga classes, signed up for cooking courses, and started to travel. Each new activity was an opportunity to learn more about himself. He realized he had interests he had neglected and that life had much more to offer beyond a romantic relationship. One of these new friends, Chloe, became a great ally on his journey. She constantly encouraged him to explore new hobbies and challenge himself. Together, they started hiking in nature, where Ethan rediscovered the simple joy of being outdoors. As he ventured into this new life, Ethan began to better understand what he truly wanted in a relationship. He realized he had always sought external validation without truly knowing himself. With this new perspective, he committed to working on himself before seeking new love. This journey of self-discovery led him to explore his passions and set personal goals. He enrolled in a photography course, something he had always wanted to do but never had the time or courage for. The classes helped him develop a more attentive eye to the world around him, allowing him to appreciate the beauty in small things. Months into his transformation, Ethan decided it was time to confront his fears and insecurities. He signed up for a local art exhibition and decided to showcase his photographs. This decision required courage, but he felt it was the perfect way to demonstrate how much he had grown. On the day of the exhibition, he was nervous, but seeing people admire his photos filled him with pride he hadn't felt in a long time. That experience made him realize that his art could touch others, and this realization was a powerful boost for his confidence. Gradually, Ethan also began to see Mia in a new light. He ran into her at a social event a few months after the breakup. Instead of feeling anger or sadness, he felt a wave of peace. They chatted amicably, sharing updates about their lives. The conversation was brief but meaningful. Ethan realized he had overcome much of what had held him back from the past. Mia seemed different too, more relaxed and self-assured. He remembered the love they once shared and recognized that, despite the breakup, their lives had both evolved. As Ethan continued his journey of self-discovery, he began to feel increasingly confident. Friends and acquaintances started to notice his transformation. He became more open and willing to take risks. His journey led him to share his experiences in a blog where he discussed overcoming challenges, self-love, and the importance of knowing oneself before entering a relationship. The blog quickly gained traction, and Ethan began receiving messages from people inspired by his story. He started engaging with his readers, creating a supportive community where everyone could share their struggles and triumphs. The stories of others motivated him even more. Ethan began organizing meetups to discuss relationships and self-awareness, creating a safe space for people to share their experiences. These gatherings became a meeting point for many facing personal crises. He realized that by helping others, he was also helping himself. These meetups became a powerful form of connection and support, allowing Ethan to forge new friendships and strengthen bonds with those facing similar challenges. By the end of his journey, Ethan had transformed completely. He was no longer the man who depended on a relationship for happiness. Instead, he became someone who embraced life in all its complexities. When love entered his life again, he was ready. Ethan met a woman named Olivia, who not only understood him but also respected his space and individuality. Their relationship was built on trust and communication, values Ethan had learned to cherish. They began sharing experiences, traveling together, and exploring new places, always supporting each other's individual interests. Ethan's story is a testament to how personal crises can turn into opportunities for growth. He learned that every challenge is a chance to reinvent oneself. With courage and determination, Ethan transformed his pain into strength, demonstrating that it is possible to rewrite our own narratives. Now, he felt freer than ever, knowing that true happiness came from within. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like and subscribe for more inspiring tales. Life can lead us down unexpected paths, but every crisis is an opportunity for reinvention and growth. Remember, no matter how difficult the journey may be, you can always find a way to the light.